Hi, thanks for watching. Well, we've done Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Let's do Cancer, Leo and Virgo today. In this video, 3-card tarot for each of those signs. So we'll go through 9 cards altogether. In fact, we'll go through 12 because we'll also have some significance from the Mantegna Tarot, which is a very early tarot deck. It's not a real sort of normal tarot deck. It's got 50 cards, but it's very intuitive and quite precise at times as well. So we'll see where we get. But first of all, let us have the first of the 3-card reading for the sign of Cancer. Gosh, I'll get these things right one day. Cancer, Leo, Virgo, and we'll start with Cancer. And I'm in Tarot in Wonderland, as I so often am. First card out for Cancer. It is the King of Wands. Now, he is a really quite charismatic chap, very intelligent in lots of ways, and he likes to share his wisdom, only up to a point. You know, he plays his cards close to his chest from time to time, and he doesn't kind of want to get involved in details too much. But he is a king, and he is the King of Wands, so he's about getting things done. He's quite an authority figure in a lot of ways, so I believe we're looking at pushing through and getting things done here, Cancer. That's the first card. That is what it is screaming at me at the moment. Let's have a shuffle and say, give us another card, please, for the sign of Cancer. I pulled some of them before I start, you see, and just have a little meditation. But there we are. I haven't pulled this one yet, so let's have another one for the sign of Cancer. And it is, okay, let's put the rest away. It is the 3 of Pentacles. Right, and very much the heart of the matter, I would think here. Now then, when we get this card, the chances are that what you're doing is going to bring success. It looks really positive. It's probably part of a team effort, but it doesn't absolutely have to be. You really want to get things as right as you possibly can, because progress is actually going very well. We see the flowering of the tree there, and the pentacles sort of appearing on the tree there as well. So just like the 3 of Pentacles in the the Rider-Waite and all the traditional decks, it really is very positive indeed. But it's an invitation to look back a bit over what you've been doing. Make sure you're going not just in the right direction, because you probably are if this card's come up, but it's that be careful what you wish for thing, not just going in the right direction, but is it going in the right direction that's going to get you where you need to be, where you want to be? That is the question, really. So let us have another shuffle. Let us do another card for the sign of Cancer in this reading, which I am doing around Autumn Equinox 2019, which is going to be on the 21st of September. Best time to watch these readings, friends, is when you're drawn to them. Don't forget to subscribe, please, and tap the bell. Then you can get access to all my videos on my channel there. There are hundreds of them, and if you're drawn to one, whether it's your star sign or not, if you're drawn to it, it's there for you to watch, I am sure. So what is the outcome card, please, in this 3-card spread for the sign of Gemini? And it is the 8 of Wands. Now, this is so positive. Right, that is great, actually, coming on the heels of the other two, because 8 of Wands here, you see the image, we've got some playing cards is what they are, but they're actually turned around with their back to us, so we can't actually see what's going on. We might want to see what's going on, but it's not relevant. Things are moving fast. Things are happening quickly, and the progress is incredibly quick here. Now, this is an outcome card, so this may not be exactly where you are, Cancer, right this minute. And, different strokes for different folks with these readings, most certainly. But the King of Wands, he's got a lot of support to offer, a lot of wisdom, good contacts, and he's a real fun guy to be with by the look of him there. But where is he actually going? Well, you'd know more about that than he does at this moment. Okay, and wherever he's going, wherever you're going there fast, and it's not too complicated. Got some slanted clouds in the sky there, but they're a nice heart chakra pink colour. So, a very positive one indeed. Okay, that's the 3 tarot cards for the sign of Cancer. Let's go into the Mantegna and ask for some more significance about that one and around that one. And what have we got? We have got Melpomene, or is it Melpomene? I've no idea. But these cards, I think they're by Los Scarabeo. They've kind of, got things in the 4 corners of them there to tell you the significance. Okay, and this is very much about the journey that Cancer is going on at the moment, and it really is a journey, actually, into getting a thing done, which you've probably which you've probably already started. Let us have a quick drink of tea, because I'm mixing my words up. Right. Okay. And okay, so she's blowing a horn basically, and this reminds me of what happens in some traditions of witchcraft and actually in Native American Indian spirituality as well, when they would blow the horn to the four corners. Make sure you're blowing that horn to all the four corners, okay? Because everything gets involved in this. This is a very holistic reading, a very holistic spread, and a holistic time for you to get things done, Gemini. Okay, I will give you that with the love of the divine if I dare do that. And so we'll move on to Leo now. Let's do the reading for Leo around Autumn Equinox 2019, which is September the 21st. But really, you know, the best time to watch these is whenever you're drawn to watch them. I've dropped one on the floor. That must be it. Excuse me. Right, what have we got? And we have got 5 of Swords. All right. Okay. This is the sort of lady I usually meet if I meet a new girlfriend. She usually turns out to be this. Right, really strict, very, very capable, really strict, doesn't suffer fools gladly, really. So at this moment, Leo, I guess there's a character like this in your life somewhere, laden with feminine energy in lots of ways, but really kind of showing out the aggressive side of herself there. We've got 2 characters in the background showing playing cards, which are the right way around, which suggests that there is something to think about. 2 of spades and 6, is it? No, sorry, 3 of spades and 6 of... Can't read this thing. Yeah, they're all spades. 3 of spades and 6 of spades there. So we've got a doubling of the positive possibilities there. Spades tend to represent swords, so that makes a lot of sense too. The Queen has actually only got 1 that she's holding up in the 5 of swords here, but there is more to it. It is more complicated than that. You can see she's actually got 5 spikes coming out of her crown. So a bit of a spiky character, this one. Okay, 5 of swords there. Some decisions to make, some definite thinking to do as well for you guys, Leo, because there are always decisions to be made and you need to be making a fairly incisive decision and not worrying too much about hurting people's feelings at this stage of the game. We are a pack animal, we've got to look after each other's feelings, I'm sure, but at this stage of things, not really. At this stage of things, get on with things and try and keep your scarf wrapped around your neck as well. It's not easy. You know, I don't do anything to this scarf while I sit here, but I guarantee you, in another couple of cards' time, it'll be virtually on the floor. Right, let's have the next card in this reading for the sign of Leo, please. Around Autumn Equinox 2019, or whenever people are drawn to watch it. What is the next card for Leo, please? And we have got the 5 of Pentacles. Well, again, we're on to actual steady progress in lots of ways. Doesn't look all that steady, does it? If we get in really close, I don't know if you can read it, but it does actually say on the doors here, Queen Alice. So it is actually where the Alice character is actually meant to be, where she's actually got some authority and where she belongs, but for some reason she can't get in. This has a lot to do with socialness going on, how we get on with friends, how we see our friends, are we bringing our friends along with us on the journey. It's also got a lot to do with fairness. Now Alice is being shown how unfair life can be in this card, but there are real positive possibilities because it is a Pentacles card, basically, you know, and it's earth, wind, fire and water working together under the guidance of the divine, under all those wonderful godly auspices there, getting things done, making things happen. So this essentially is temporary, okay? Alice belongs on the inside of the door, in the warmth, in the light, and eventually she will get there, okay? So if you're feeling a bit left out in the cold at the moment, think about the other people around you, but, you know, have confidence, try and be happy if you can, because things are going in a really positive direction overall, generally speaking. We've got some real kind of serious cards going on here, haven't we, really? 5 of Pentacles and 5 of Swords. We're sort of almost hung up mid-journey, but don't let these things stop you, okay? These influences are all meant to help one way or another. So what is another card, please, in this reading for the sign of Leo? And we've got the 10 of Pentacles. There we go, lovely sleepy card. This is almost what I visualise when I want a good night's sleep, actually. The ancestors looking down from above there. Showing actually that we always have some support from our spirit friends and our spirit family, people who've passed over and gone to the other side. Somehow they're looking down on us all the time. I would actually say looking across to us all the time, because they're never very far away. But here's Alice, gone to sleep quite comfortably with 10 pentacles gleaming out of the back of the chair there. So this is about taking a rest, and this is actually, it's also about the kind of rests that we have to take anyway. In other words, we fall asleep if we never get a rest. Cats know much better, and there is the ginger cat on the floor there sleeping happily. If you can't get to sleep, meditate on a cat, might help. It makes quite a difference. Okay, and that is actually coming as an outcome card. So this is a journey, you know, it's always a journey. But again, I'd say be careful what you wish for. Again, I'd say make sure you're bringing your friends with you on this journey. But on the other hand, don't be afraid to just kind of drop out, leave it to spirit. Not drop out, that's the wrong word, but just detach from the drama of it all. Give it to the angels, give it to the spirit people, and you'd be surprised what might come to you in your dreams then. Certainly, things are looking good behind all the craziness there. Okay, Leo, so let's have a Mantegna card for you guys, and we have got Polymnia. A bringing together of things. They're often very musical, these cards. Now, Polymnia there is playing a very early medieval organ, actually. But I won't go into that. I'm just kind of fascinated by things like that. But the thing about this organ thing that she's playing is that it's in the diatonic scale. It's before kind of the idea of having white notes and black notes was invented. So it's a real simplifying of things. And believe me, if you get into playing those early medieval instruments, which have the diatonic keyboards, you do actually start finding very interesting things about music that have somehow got buried by the modern way we've simplified it all and kind of raised the tuning a bit. It's a long story, I won't bore you with it. But basically, you know, going back to the old ways is no bad thing. That's what I feel really strongly looking at this. We've got this sphere here, which always makes me think of the moon, and it's at people's feet. So when this card comes up, and only it's actually got this image in it, I tend to think, not that you've got the world at your feet, but by symbolically having the moon at your feet, it shows that you've kind of got a certain mastery of spiritual matters. So don't let the craziness of the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Swords get in your way, guys. Can I hold them both up at once? Yes, I can. Right, a little bit of craziness going on there, okay, but it's just a question of some smallish adjustments, and then you'll get moving, then you'll get forward. Okay, so time for Virgo. And Virgo, let me first read the back of my mug here, because this is a real good message. I don't know if you can see that. It says, believe in yourself, everything else will follow, love and light. There we go. And it's an ancient Celtic stone circle up in the north of Scotland, I believe, somewhere up towards the Isle of Skye. So again, taking us back and reminding us of the value of the old ways. I said my scarf would be on the floor, didn't I? Of the old ways of doing things, the old ways of seeing things. The rather more simple and yet more complicated at the same time way of seeing things that we reckon we've moved on from and done better than, but we haven't, friends. Right, Virgo, what's the first card out for Virgo this week, please? And it's the Six of Swords. Whoa. Okay, so this is a journey, bit of a scary journey, because Alice can't see where she's going at all. The sheep shopkeeper is the character who's actually steering the boat. She comes up in this deck as the Queen of Pentacles as well, but we won't think about that for now. The Queen of Pentacles, as she is though, steering the boat there, she can see that there is still water, calm water ahead, because she's looking forward. But Alice, it just happens to be facing the other way. It isn't a deliberate thing that she's looking backwards, but she happens to be facing backwards. And all she can see is the rough water. She can't see the smooth water ahead, and she can't see that even though there are bare branches on the trees all around, the moon is actually, let me just turn the card a bit, yeah, the moon is actually in there. You can just about see it in the top of the card there, showing us that it's a cycle and that good things will be starting up and happening again, and things will be moving forward. So, Quite a positive card, I feel. It shows that there's a certain amount of negativity in the way we're thinking at the moment. I can't say Virgo, right? I remember these things one day. But life is like that, Virgo. In fact, it's like that for every sign. But in this reading, I'm really drawn to say that life is like that. The thing to do there is trust, okay? Because the person who is driving this boat on this crazy journey really, really knows what she's doing. Okay, so next card, and it's the King of Swords here. Gosh, right, now then, he is a very, very serious character. He can get things done. That big sword says there's a big decision to make. In fact, there might be several big decisions to make. Don't put those decisions off, okay? This character does not like hanging about. If you can really, really convince him and preserve his ego as much as possible as you go along with things, he really can make things done. But he's got one of those spiky crowns on because he's one of those spiky characters. A little bit scary, that energy, but it is about getting things done. It is about success as you go forward. So let's go forward now, Virgo, and have the last card of the 3-card tarot spread for the sign of Virgo. Then we'll go into the Mantegna and get some more significance. And, Queen of Pentacles, there we go. The actual sheep shopkeeper character. Don't know if you can see, but I'll just hold them up. You can just about make out it's the same lady who is driving the boat there. Now this is good because this is where the uncertainty has been in the 6 of Swords there. And when we get to the Queen of Pentacles, things are looking much more concrete, much better, much more positive. The story here is that Alice, having been on that journey in the boat with the sheep shopkeeper, the Queen of Pentacles, can now choose anything she wants from the sheep shop. In reality, well, not in reality, in the story, she chooses an egg and keeps that egg. And the thing is, though, she's not allowed to, well, the sheep shopkeeper isn't allowed to hand her the egg. Alice has to take the egg off the shelf for herself. And so this means, in a way, get up and grab it. It's yours is one way of looking at it. But I should be careful, and I wouldn't try to grab it just yet because that is towards the outcome end of that reading. Virgo, for you guys. Okay, let us do a Mantegna card and see where we end up with this one. So let's have a significatory card from the Mantegna for the sign of Virgo in this reading, which I am doing late September 2019. It's Autumn Equinox coming up around the time this goes live. That's going to be on Saturday, the 21st of September. You'd think I'd know what month it is. Some people don't know what day it is. I don't even know what month it is. And we have got Octava Spera, and that is, I've just got to read because it's Roman numerals. It's number 48 there. Oh, it says 48 next to it in the corner. That wasn't as difficult as I thought it was. There you go. So it's not as difficult as you think it is. That's the first thing that grabs me about this one. Okay. Octava Spera. Well, octava, it's the 8. It's the as above, so below. That figure, the thing of the octave in music produces all kinds of amazing possibilities when you use an octave. This is a very musical spread, actually. Strange. I hope there's some early music fans watching this because this is full of it. But yeah, octaves really help music come together, and it's that magic number 8. It's that working together, the as above, so below, the divine in sync with all of us. Okay, so a lot of real good possibilities there for all the signs, actually. But as we get to Virgo there, Octava Spera, it's about the upper heavens, it's really the higher chakra, not just the higher heart chakra, but kind of all the higher chakras that connect us to the divine and bring those influences around us and help us to work with them. Well, I hope you guys are going to keep working with the divine influences as we go on into another season, really, because once we get past the autumn equinox, winter is beginning. Don't want to think too much about that. I've got my scarf, I've got my hat, it's warm enough. What else is there to care about? Nothing too much. So have a brilliant week, Cancer, Leo and Virgo. Thanks very much for watching. I'll be along again soon with more videos. Thumbs up please if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, tap that bell. Check out my channel, there are hundreds of videos on there. If you're drawn to one, it's for you. That's how these things work. Leave me a comment, we'll share the journey, and I'll be back really soon. Peace.